also the recording has been started.
Okay, sir.
So today we will be trying to move over old exchange to the new one. And in the last class, we checked for that CU update, and the CU update was successfully installed on the system. So this is the EX01, and it is upgraded to the 2025 version, the old server, old exchange. We ran that CU update, and now we are on to the latest update, that is that is Exchange Server 2025 RTM version. So now what I have done in the background, because to save the time, because it would take time to the installation, and I did that. I introduced this new server, that is 2025. If I show you, I added this. The name of the server is EX 2025, and I joined it with the domain, that is techiejack.net. Install the RAM of 16 gigs, and this is the Windows Server 2025 Data Center Edition. And if we go with this one, you can see this operating system we have here. It was on Windows Server 2022. So our plan is to that, like for example, we are using Windows Server 2019, and today it is fine, but after 3 years or 4 years, you might see that 2019 is going to be like out of support after 3 or 4 years. Before that, what you can do, you can plan to move to the new upgrade, like new upgraded operating system at the point of this time. Like we have 2025 as the latest operating system, but after 2 years or 3 years, there might be like 27 or 28 new operating system available, and I hope Exchange 2025 will be supported on that as well. So instead of moving to the 2025, instead of moving 2022, you can move either to the 2025 or to the latest one. It depends on you, like 1 or 2 years later you have to do that. But in this case, in our scenario, we are going to move it from 2022 uh, Windows Server to 2025. So this is on 2022, and this we have installed Exchange Server 2025. I installed the latest version of Exchange, like Exchange Server 2025, in this computer as well. So we have the same configuration. I updated, I I upgraded the Exchange 2019 CU15 to 2025 here. As in the last class, we ran that CU update, and that was the in-place upgrade. Only the difference here is you have to keep that in mind. If you have Exchange CU14 or CU15, you can do the in-place upgrade. If you have CU15, you can go straight and do the installation of CU, because that does not require schema update. You can just mount the disk and start the installation. If you are on to the CU14, you have to extend the schema and then you have to run the installation. But if you have some older version, there you cannot do the in place upgrade. You have to migrate it to, first you have to upgrade your Exchange to the CU14 or 15, then only you can do the in place upgrade. So we were on the CU15. I did the in place upgrade. There was a no requirement of the schema update, so I ran that, and now my version is latest version of the Exchange. And same way, I installed that version on the this 2025 as well. And after that, I made some changes to the disk, like, sorry, not the disk, but I made some changes to this over directories, over virtual directory, all the virtual directory. I made the same changes. For example, let's see that.
Friends, want to level up your IT career with exclusive Exchange server and hybrid training? Join my YouTube membership for exclusive step-by-step training, real-world migration labs, and insider tips you won't find anywhere else. Explore the complete playlist for Exchange Microsoft courseware where you will get the step-by-step Exchange Server 2019-2025 training, hybrid exchange plus Microsoft 365 deep dives, advanced migration guides and real-world lab, members only question and answer, and early access content, and many more new content to come. See the serious members taking the benefit of course content and leveling up their IT career. Playlist and membership link is available in the description. So select the membership and join now to start mastering Exchange like pro.
Also, I exported that SSL document, the SSL from this server, which was the certificate that is this one what we are using on this server. You are listening, everyone?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So I exported this SSL certificate. It is assigned to IMAP, POP, IS, and SMTP. You can see it is on a EX01. I exported it from here, and then I imported it on this computer that is inside the C drive. This is the certificate, and I installed it. Once I installed it, you can see that is inside the EX 2025. That is the new name of our Exchange server. So I installed it on this server as well. So you can see the same certificate we have, and that is assigned to the IMAP, POP, and IIS SMTP. So once you introduce a new server, first of all, make changes, the same changes make to your this virtual directories and import the certificate. So these are the virtual directories. Now, if I go and check with the, as you already know that with the EX01, we have said that the mail.techiejack.net. And here it's showing all server, but I will go with the EX 2025 and we will see some of the virtual directory. That ECP, I did the mail, same one for the OA, it's a mail. So same I am doing with the both of the server. We have the same thing with the both server. So these all virtual directories are same. And if you go to the server and if I click on this server and click on edit, here we have the Outlook Anywhere. So if you haven't set that in the Outlook Anywhere, you have to set that as well. For example, if I see we haven't set that, and if we check with the EX01, so our Outlook Anywhere is set to the it's mail.techiejack.net. So let me copy it from here and check with the Outlook Anywhere, and I will update the Outlook Anywhere as well. Let's update it. So Outlook Anywhere is also updated. So we have successfully updated our virtual directories and certificate. Got the point? Till here we are clear?
Yes.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay. So now let's check the database, because when you install the new server, a default database is installed when you install the new server. So earlier we have that DB01 and DB02, and the archive one is there. Let
So
me
it is
see if I can.
automatically mounted. Archive DB12.
These are mounted because these are on the EX01. These are automatically mounted, and you can see these are on the EX01. We are not doing anything. This is the mailbox which has all automatically created when I installed that
This
new
is
server.
this is new server 2025.
Yeah, that's why I rename it as a EX 2025 so that we
And
can differentiate.
okay, this DB is came itself, or we have to do something?
Which one? Which one you say? Which came?
DB02
You
and DB01.
Yeah, because see, when you install the new server, that is a fresh and empty server,
Yes.
still you are going to see it inside the EX01. You are going to see that. Earlier we were having that EX02 here, right? We removed that server, but now we installed the new server. So whenever
You
you will,
put sorry, you put as an name. Okay, got it.
yeah, I just installed that new Exchange server in the Windows 2025, and it came, it propagated here automatically.
Yes.
So if we see the databases, we already have these three databases are we already have in the EX01. We didn't touch anything with the database. We didn't do anything because they were already mounted. For
Yes.
example, forget this EX 2025, forget this server. So still we were having this, what I have selected. The
Yes.
archive one was there, DB01 was there, DB02 was there, and they were mounted on EX01.
Yes.
Got the point?
Yes.
So when I install the new server, that is EX 2025, it does not have these old databases like DB01, DB02 and archive. It will not replicate automatically to the new one.
Yes.
But when you create a new server, it automatically creates a one database. That
Yeah.
is the this
Default
one. Like
database. Yeah.
yeah, that is the default database. It automatically creates that. Though it's empty, like nothing is there. We don't have any mailbox there would be like some monitoring mailboxes or some other, but we don't have any real user mailbox lying inside this mailbox database. So our plan is to migrate the things. So what we can do, either we can create the either we can create some, you can say the duplicate database with this, like where you can see, for example, I say you, okay, you have an old database as a DB01. So on new server, what will be the name of this DB01? You say, okay, I will say 2025 DB01, or you say new DB01, whatever you want to select that. Or you can even you can say that I will say new db01, and I will put all the users from the db01, db02 and archive to the that particular database. It depends on you how you can do that. For example, like if I say we are not going to use this database, we are saying we will rename it. So for example, let's try to open this. First of all, let's try to rename it because I don't want it to be look like this mailbox database. This, so it's better to rename it. Or what do you think? What would be the better? I say so that you do not get confused like it's on a old server or it's in a new server. Either you can say new DB01 or you can say 2025 hyphen
20, 20,
DB01.
20,
No,
2025.
DB025. Yeah,
DB025.
DB25.
Yes.
DB25.
Yes.
And what will be the second database?
Correct.
DB26.
Uh,
To what they call it?
I
Can we
say,
do like that 25.1?
no, no, no.
Not will not work.
it should be like it should be like easy for you so that you can make decision. Like if you are managing the exchange and somebody is saying I am talking about DB01, you will come, the click will come into your mind. Oh, you are saying DB01, that means you will have the clear picture in your mind. So think it like in that way. Like for example, I say 2025 DB01, 2025 DB02, 25 DB03, DB04. So if anybody says you that 2025 DB01 I am talking,
Yeah.
then that means it will be clickable on your mind. Like you will
Yeah.
say, okay,
DV
that is answer.
2025 DV01, 2025 DV02, 2025 DV003, like that.
Yeah, you can do that. Like, but it depends on you. Like whatever you feel the flexible and accordingly, you can
Yes.
do that. For example, let's say get mailbox. Here we have this one. Okay, so because the number you are not going to remember this number every time, you will say you might get confused with this number, or it's not good idea to use this mailbox database, this long name. So let's try to rename it first. Let me say set mailbox database, and the name of the database we have here is this. It's 140 14039139137683768. So this is the name, and name it as DB01, or you can do this DB01 2025. Is this fine?
Yeah, you can put the underscore.
Yeah, you can put that underscore, no problem.
That's fine.
Let's see. So we renamed it.
Perfect, sir.
Also,
Perfect. Yeah,
sorry.
yeah, I'm saying that's sound good.
Yeah, the same way this one is created. I say add a new one. From here we can also create the db02 underscore 2025. And will be on the server because now you have the two server, that is the new one. It will be listed here and you can just figure it out from here, like okay, I want to create this on EX 2025 and it will go to the default path. Here it's going to the default path. So I'm not changing the path right now, and I'll say okay, that is db01 and that is db02. I will click on save. So right now we are not changing the path. I haven't added that extra two disk to this new system because if you are in the production, you will have to add the two disk as well and set the database accordingly. Like you have to move your database to the proper disk where you want to store the ADB files and where you want to store the these logs. But here we are just doing it for the like learning purpose. So I'm just telling you the way of how we can migrate. We are not just doing that like exact thing, like I'm not adding these two disks now. So db01 db02 is created. Even you want this archive one to create, you can create that, or else we can get rid of this archive one. If we have this user, let me delete this. Or if we have some other user in the archive database, we have this audit as well. Let me disable it. Now we don't have any mailbox in the archive database. Let's see if we can try to delete it or not. We refresh it here. This is the archive. I try to delete it. Specified database has been removed. You must remove the database file. Okay, it says it's removed. Because see, if you have the if you have any of the mailbox inside the database, it won't allow you to delete. Earlier I checked it and earlier I tried to delete this one and it was throwing error. So I went to this user and the database, the person lying inside that database, I delete those mailboxes, and after that I was able to remove that database. So now we are concerned about this db01 and db02. So our plan is that right now we have some users inside the db01. We will be putting those inside the db01 2025, and the user inside the db02 we will be putting it inside the db02, and then we will be deleting all the db01 and db02, and then we will be decommissioning our ex01 server with the old operator. So what we have to do for that? For that we have to check few things like uh, before that, once you configure your database, make sure that you configure, because we are not doing it here, but you should do that. You should configure your proper disk. You should add the proper disk volume to your exchange and then migrate like that. Then you can move your database files from C program files like the default path to the that particular file, like moving your database from one drive to another. We have seen that in the module 2. So here you have to move that to the particular location so that you can isolate your operating system file and the database and the log files. Getting the point?
Yes, yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
So once you do that, now you have to check with the DNS record. So let's go to the DC and see. We have see what I did. I gave the same IP to this one as well. If we check the IP, so here I gave the 105. If you remember that EX02 was removed from our environment, and the IP of that server was 105. So what I did, I gave the same IP to this as to the 105. And if we see here, and when I added this computer as a 2025 server, here we have the EX 2025 in the DNS, and the one mail record was going to 103 and another mail was going to 105. That is already done because I didn't added it because it was going to this mail record was going to the EX02 earlier. Like mail was going to the E105 IP. I didn't created this, but it was created automatically. Earlier, this EX 2025 was going through like EX02. It was pointing to the 105. But now that EX02 server is gone and we have added EX 2025. So now that is pointing to the 105. I gave it the same IP because I didn't have to change this thing here, and neither I have to create this the auto discover and all are the same. Uh, because if I would change that, I have to change all these. Like I have to change this mail record and I have to create the another IP record for this. So it was already there, so I just change I provide the same IP to this. So we have an auto discover going to the mail.techiejack.com, and that one is fine because any of the query comes with the auto discover, it will go to the mail.techiejack.net, and for the mail.techiejack.net we have these two IP. So our mail is fine, auto discover is fine, attachment is also fine. So our DNS part is good. And if we see the Active Directory part here, in the computer, our EX02 is gone. There was the computer when we uninstalled the Exchange, I removed that and it was here in the disabled state. I just do the right click and I removed that. I deleted that EX02. So now we have this EX2025 added. So up to here, it is clear that you have to check the virtual directories, you have to configure the IP, and you have to configure the DNS and the storage, like where you want to keep the things, and the SSL certificate should be there. So if you have all these things in the place, then you are good to proceed with the migration steps. So what you have to do with the migration steps? So let's see here. First of all, we have to check for the system mailboxes. If we see here, like if we say get mailbox arbitration, get mailbox, let's check the arbitration mailbox, and you can see the arbitration mailbox are lying inside EX01. So these are the system mailbox, they are lying inside EX01. So what we have to do, we have to move them. So we will try to move them into the new server, and we have to define the database as well for that. So let's try to move them first. So our database is db01 and we are trying to db01 underscore 2025, db01 underscore 2025. Let's see if this command goes through or not. I will say, first of all, we are going to move our arbitration mailbox. I say get mailbox arbitration for each mailbox, new move request, identity, and the target database is db01 2025. This. So it's picking the waiting for job pickup. So it's picking the job and it's queuing it up. So it says waiting for job pickup. So it accepted the command. So let's see what is the status of the get mailbox arbitration, and we will see get move request, get mailbox arbitration, get move request. Let's see.
Yeah, it's started moving. What is the error? My DC01 take it. Could not found.
I say only the get move request. I'm not getting your voice, Abu. It's very low. It's saying in progress.
Got it, got it. What is the issue? So actually arbitration, the system did not
Uh,
find it, right? The word
yeah.
arbitration,
We
that's why.
should use that this
Yeah.
statistics here,
At
but
least we have to,
it's not
no, no, no.
working.
No, not because of the statistics, because of the arbitration word. So the get
Yeah,
Yeah, it's
that
mailbox we
get
have,
there's a
get.
hyphen.
no,
No,
no, it
It,
will
it
not a
should be
hyphen
like,
issue. We have to
no.
give some input.
It's yeah. It's like
Arbitration is
get
the
move
term.
move request. This is the get move request statistics. It should work on.
No, that is the different concern. I'm just trying to figure out why we are getting the error. So what I'm saying, so we are specifying the arbitration as an input, but this is
Yeah.
not an input. This is just a term, right? That's why we are getting.
Mhm. So this the rest of the mailboxes have been moved, but this is still copying the message. It's 20% completed. So same way we have to move the audit log as well. We have to check for the audit log as well. To check that, I will say, for example, I will say like get mailbox again the same command get mailbox and that will be audit log. Here you see it is also inside this EX01. Let me move that as well. That is DB01 underscore 2025.
So I have one question.
Sorry, yeah,
So let's suppose we are moving the system mailbox, which is arbitration and any others, into the exchange one to exchange
2020.
two. Yeah,
Yeah.
2025. So in the 2025, we did not extended the AD schema, right?
Yeah.
So let's suppose we have planned to extend the AD schema in 2025 and not the move the arbitration mailbox
See,
from here to there.
see.
Will it work?
Yeah. Actually, the thing is that when we install the first exchange, at that time you extend the schema, right?
Yes, correct.
And we install the exchange 2019 CU15. So our schema is already extended, and when we updated our this exchange 2019 CU15 to exchange 2025, there is no need to extend the schema. It is not required. So
Oh, okay.
you can say that our schema is already up to date. So we don't need to update the schema. If
Okay.
we are migrating from CU14,
Mhm.
then if you are doing the in place upgrade, at that time you need to extend the schema.
I think a schema updation is for not for the operating system, which where we are going to install the exchange. It's for Active Directory.
Yes,
Yeah, yeah.
it's for the active directory for
Active
Active
Directory,
establishment.
not for the
Directory.
operating system where we are going to install the exchange. If the one time is schema extended and we are going to add the another server in the same exchange server, that time no need to extend that schema. Is it, correct
yeah
me,
yeah
sorry if I'm wrong.
yeah,
Yeah,
it's
correct.
exactly correct. You don't need to extend the schema. For example, now the new CU version comes up. Okay, it says like CU3 for exchange 2025, and that requires a schema update. At that time, before installing that CU3, you have to upgrade schema. And whenever you upgrade the schema, it's not necessary to upgrade it on that operating system where the exchange is installed. Upgrading the schema is required for the Active Directory server that is having the role of infrastructure master. So infrastructure master is responsible for handling the schema, and if you have the right for that, you can do. For
You
example, if
can
you
we
don't
can
have
run that command on Active Directory also if I have the privilege to run.
exactly. Yeah, you can write that. You can run that command on Active Directory server, holding the role of the infrastructure
Master.
schema, because
Yes.
in the large environment you have a different roles, like you have five FSMO roles with the Active Directory, and you are putting the different role on the different Active Directory server. You have a 5 different Active Directory server. So you have to when you are going to run the when you are going to extend the schema, you have to run that on the that particular Active Directory server that is holding the role of infrastructure master. So when you run that, then it will extend the schema. So extending the schema is nothing related to the operating system where the exchange is installed. Extending schema is related to the Active Directory, and once you have that installed, and until or unless you are upgrading your exchange to the new version. For example, you installed this version of exchange here, and now you put 10 more server with the exchange 2025 with the same version. You don't need to upgrade the schema every time. You have the upgraded schema. Now install 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 server for the exchange 2025. Don't need to run the schema. You don't require the schema extension. But if the new CU comes up and that requires, that says that in the documentation it says you need to extend the schema, then you have to extend the schema, and that will be extended only to the Active Directory, not on the all exchange server. I hope you got the point.
Yeah, got it. Thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay, let's try to move this audit log as well.
For the internal movement, for example, exchange to exchange server, the MRS is not required to be enabled, right?
MRS proxy.
Yes.
Yeah, it is. It is most of the time MRS proxy is enabled to create the endpoints when you are migrating between Exchange Online and
Exchange on
on-premises.
premises.
Yeah.
So internal, it's not required, right?
No, internal it's not required, because when you run that hybrid configuration wizard, at that time it automatically enable that MRS proxy. If you see here with the EWS, I think it's a EWS directory that has this MRS proxy. Here you can say MRS proxy endpoint is disabled.
Yeah.
At this time it is disabled. But when you will go with this, when you will run that hybrid configuration wizard, you will see that that is enabled by default now. Because without enabling this, we cannot create the endpoint with the to synchronize with the Microsoft Exchange Online. There was the settings. Here, from here, if you want to enable, you can enable it, like enable MRS proxy endpoint. But while doing the internal movement, moving the server from migrating from on-premises to on-premises, it does not require to enable that MRS proxy. So this was also inside the EX01. So once it is moved, we will confirm it. And even one thing I noticed here when I installed this EX 2025, the things are on this server, the things like in 2022, the server and commands are running more quickly than this server. Like 2025 server is performing, though I have the almost same kind of configuration. Like this has 18 gigs of RAM, this has 15 to 16 gigs, but the performance seems to be a bit slow with this 2025, and this 2022 has a better performance than the 2025.
Okay. So I have one question. So in the 2025, it's saying subscription edition, right?
Where do we see that subscription
No.
edition?
So 2025 is subscription edition, is it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So what does mean? Is it license based or what?
See, right now it is a license based, but the 2025, the RTM version, they have just introduced. You mean to say that you are just touching that 2025 server.
Okay.
RTM version, if you are using only the RTM version, that has a complete code of 2019 Exchange server. There is no feature updates. They are not providing you any new feature in that. but they are just saying that you are on to the Exchange 2025 RTM version, and even you don't need the new key for that.
Okay.
If you decide to be on 2025 just to get the support from the Microsoft, you
Mhm.
can opt for this 2025. You can upgrade your Exchange 2019 to this 2025. You
Mhm.
don't need the new key for this. The
Okay.
old key will be working for this. But if you want to take further upgrade and new things, then you have to opt for the subscription edition, because
Okay.
they are not giving you anything in the RTM. They are just saying your version is changed. That means now
Okay.
you can say you are on to the Exchange 2025, but no feature has been changed by because you are not getting any new feature in that. So they are even not asking you the money for that. They are not saying that you need to license it, because your old license will work, and you there is no need to upgrade for the key as well. But in the future, like in CU1 or CU2, they might be doing some feature update, and then you want to opt for those feature update. Or they might be saying, okay, if you are onto the RTM version after 2026, the RTM version will not be getting the updates. So at that time you have to jump into the subscription edition, or unless they are not saying you to go with the subscription, because with the RTM there is nothing new you are getting. So they are not saying that. They are saying, okay, the key is fine, the old key will work, you don't need to get the subscription right now. But in the future, if you need to opt for those new updates and new features, then you have to go for the subscription edition. And until your subscription is valid, you will be getting the updates. Otherwise, the subscription is not valid, you will not get the new update.
Okay. So in the 25, where the license will apply? I don't think so. It will be based on the users, right? So what exactly the license
They
will?
right now it is not very clear, like, because they haven't given that. Because they have given that if you have the Exchange 20, they have just launched the RTM version only. So
Okay.
RTM version has the license, like you can put it here. Like if you go to the server, though we have this RTM version, right? So this is not it's saying like it's a trial version, but it's a window it's a 2025. Same if we go with this as well, like Exchange 2025. Here the both the versions are same. If I say 2, here you can see 2.17, and it should be also the same 62.17. So build and are same, and even it's saying enter the product key. You can just put the product key here, and you will be activated. Because they have once they launch the new version, then it will be more clear that how they want to uh, put the key. Either the key option will be available here, or they might be having some online portal, like we have the Microsoft 365, then purchase the plan from there, and then it will be valid. It can be anything, because right now we don't have that thing available. So it's not clear how it will be like. So
Okay.
maybe
Okay. Got it.
they will be saying that put your key here, the subscription key here. So we have to put the key here. Else they might be saying that, even I think either if you put the key here, the subscription is manageable from the online portal. That is the thing. That should be like, I am sure that it will be there. Even if you put the key here, that key will be manageable from your Microsoft 365, or whatever the portal they are giving you to manage the things. It will be accessible from the online portal, because they are
Yeah,
giving it as a
one of
subscription
the
edition.
features. Mhm.
Go
Okay.
ahead, go ahead.
So one of the feature Microsoft had introduced, like for example, uh, the attribute is belongs to the Active Directory, right? So we were not able to manage through the online. So Microsoft introduced one of the attribute called is cloud managed. So once it enabled for the user, we will be able to manage from there. So that's the very good features.
They launched it newly, I think.
Yeah, newly
They
launched. Yeah,
yeah, it's newly launched, so that they can manage the things. The attributes can be
the
managed
the
from the
environment.
cloud.
Yeah.
So this seems to be moved properly. The 100%, we can see it's moving the 100%. And let's see if I see the get mailbox arbitration where it's lying.
Yeah.
So right now our arbitration mailboxes are on EX 2025. Same way, if we check our audit log, it's also inside the 2025. So you just need to make sure that this audit log and the arbitration should be migrated. And once you migrate these mailboxes, now we can migrate our mailboxes, the user mailboxes as well. So to do that, we can just check things like we have a database that DB01, and the target database for DB01 will be DB01. We have the database as DB01 underscore 2025. DB01 underscore 2025. So for that, let's try to run the command here. That is, so I will be moving this all the users in one go. First, let me.
Hyphen is missing in the database.
So we have these users inside it. It's these are the mailboxes in DB01. So let's try to move these databases first, and we will be moving it to the DB01 underscore 2025. So for that, I am running the command as if it can copy properly. This is get mailbox database DB01. Again, I think we have this problem. Again, that hyphen is missing from the target database as well, and from here as well. Let me see Control C.
No, this is not because of the hyphen. This is the opening quotes is missing. Maximize the console. You can see you have closed 2025 quotes and then DV before DV0 is not there. So we have to put it.
The quote is also missing. There is a quote in the command. I pasted it here. It's missing.
Yeah.
Like this, not copying it.
So hyphen target
Let's see.
hyphen DB0.
No
Only
problem.
migration DB0 2025. Only batch issue with the batch name. Just all are good.
It's not taking this hyphen.
Yeah.
Database DB01, and I will say new move request, and the target database will be DB01 underscore 2025. This is the new one, right? And the batch name
Yeah,
will
correct.
be BCH. And the batch name says, I say
You can put any name, right?
migrate DB01.
Is this name available already or it's just a random name?
I'm putting the name like just
Oh, okay.
migrating DB. You can see migrating DB01. DB01. We are migrating DB01 to the new one.
Yeah,
You can put any name.
DB0225. Okay.
This should be the command, and this should run here. So it's again it's saying waiting for job pickup. So it will pick all the users from the DB01, and it will move it to DB01 underscore 2025. So it depends. Like for example, right now we have only administrator have these 56 MB of mailbox size. Else these are in KBs. So you can decide. Like for example, like we are doing it in a one go. But in your case, you can do that from the thing with this. Like you can do that from the graphical way as well with the help of this migration. You can do that with here as well, and you can see what you can do. You can do the start the thing automatically and complete it manually. And what does that means? Like when you start the migration, and if I go and click with this, like right now, it is just copying it and it will be putting it onto the another server. But putting that like migrating, moving the user mailbox and putting it into the suspend state means that it will copy up to the 90%, like 95%. It will move the data from one place to another place. Up to the 95% synchronization will be there. Like you can say, when the 95% of mailbox is migrated to the new server, it will suspend it. It will not complete the things. And there will be the synchronize between old mailbox and the new mailbox. There will be the synchronization. When you will complete the batch, then it will lock the old data, old mailbox. That means at that time you will face the downtime, because at that time it will not accept the new emails. At that time it's locking the folder location, and then it's copying the things from old location to the new location, and removing it from the old location, and then placing it to the new location. So that's
So how can
how
we do that?
sorry, you want
How
to
can
do
we do
that? We
that?
can, yeah, we can do that.
Yeah,
We
please.
can do that.
Yeah, we will perform on the DB02.
Here you can say move to the different database.
Oh, okay, okay. Through the portal. Okay, all right.
Yeah, through the portal we can do that.
So
Or here either you can create the CSV file, or we can create the users here in the way, like for example we have the user in the DB02. We will select all the user that is inside the DB02. So there we have these users inside the DB02. Or James is there, Linus is there, just for projector sales, DB02. So I think I have selected all the users that is having a database inside the DB02. Okay, so add it, click OK. So all these users has been added. Even you can, there are the 18 mailbox to migrate. Even you can add this CSV file here, and then you can just put the email address there, and it will pick the email address from the CSV file. Here you can see the next. Move the primary mailbox and the archive mailbox. If one exists, I say move primary mailbox only without moving archive mailbox.
second
So I
option.
will say this one, and like name of the migration, like migrating DB02. So it will migrate both the mailbox archive and the on primary one, if there is the one. Primary mailbox only without moving archive mailbox.
First one, sir. First one is okay.
Okay, so target database will be, we are putting at this into the DB02 underscore 2025. I will say add, click on OK. Archive database, we don't have, I'm not selecting it. Let's keep the default at bad item. Though it move the everything, but for example, if some of the item are corrupted, we are saying okay, allow the bad 10 bad items are allowed. Okay, if you have the 10 items bad, ignore them and proceed further. Click on next. Here it says manually start the batch, or this. So I will say automatically start the batch, and the email, it will send it to the administrator. And here I'll say manually complete the batch by clicking complete this migration batch. So what it will do, when I say this one, it will not interrupt your email flow while it's moving. It's just synchronizing the things, like it's 95% of mailbox is synchronized to the new location. But when you say complete the things, like complete the batch, after that it will lock your old location, and then the remaining 5% will be moved to the new location, and the old location will be deleted, and the mailbox will be present in the new location. So this is the best way to get the lowest downtime, because only the 5% of movement, migrating the mailbox of the 5%, because 95% is moved, and you are not getting interrupted with that. You are not getting any downtime while that movement. But when you say, okay, complete the batch, at that time it will lock your folder, lock your old location. At that time, it will not accept the new emails, and then it will synchronize the complete folder to the new location and will move it from the old location to the new one. At that time, you are facing the downtime. So I will say manually complete the batch. Okay. And I will say click on new, and then it will start the processing. And it depends, like, because one of the time the last call I have, and they were having the users mailbox up to 46 gigabyte, 50 gigabyte. I say, oh my God, you have lot of you, like they were having 300 users, but the mailbox size of those users were none of the user I found that less than 10 GB. Everyone was having, like, somebody was having 29 GB, 30 GB, 40 GB, 50 GB. I say that if you move it, I'm not going to stay with it, but I say you can. I gave him the command and I say you can run that, and it might take a week or 2 week for moving those 200 300 users. Finally, he moved that, and then I don't know how he did that, but he moved those users. So it would be better if you filter those users while moving those users. You can filter the size of the users. Like those the user, they have the less mailbox size. You can filter these user and put that on the CSV. And while creating the batch, you can put those user in the CSV and add those user to migrate first. So these user will be migrated quickly, and rest remaining the users having the large mailbox, you can do that later. So it's synchronizing, and here it's also doing the work.
So I guess this is a time taking process, but
Yeah, it is a time taking process, though we have
mailbox size is very small, so it will do it fast.
though we have this, like, you can see that we have very less number of size here, saying disk latency. The other has been completed. The old one has been completed, I
खातिर
think.
ऑफिस में मैं कर रहा हूँ 25 यूजर का बैच बना के दो दिन 2.5 दिन लग रहा है कि सबका डेटाबेस का वही साइज है 20 जीबी 30 जीबी साइज है सबका।
तो पहले आप स्टेजिंग करते हो या डायरेक्ट कर देते हो?
डायरेक्ट कर दे रहा हूँ।
ओ बाप रे
नहीं,
जैसे सर ने बताया ना ग्राफिकली स्टेजिंग वो बेस्ट प्रैक्टिस है।
नहीं, वही ग्राफिकली कर रहा हूँ मैं, वैसे ही कर रहा हूँ मैं।
नहीं, मैं बोल रहा हूँ कि
95 पे
स्टेज करो।
manually. You are completing it manually or automatic you are doing that?
यूजर को बोल दिया है कुछ 10 मिनट का वो डिस्टरबेंस होगा।
नहीं, you are completing it manually, right? Here you are just what we are doing here. We are completing it manually.
No, I am completing automatically, but I inform user. Sometime it will be disconnect for half an hour, 30 minutes, like that. Something I told you.
Okay. But the best way is that
you
complete it like daytime. At the daytime, you say start the migration process. So it will show you that it is like it will give you the email like you are ready to complete the things. Okay,
Yes.
you say okay, at the daytime we done that. At the end, like last at the later night, you can say when the office hours are completed. At that time, if you say okay, complete the batch, you can just do a single click like complete the batch, and the users will not even get that much of downtime as well. And the next day, the job will be completed, and they are just they will be using it in a same way. But
Yes.
doing it automatically may get completed at the time, like in the half, like after a noon, for example,
Yes,
at
that
1
user
o'clock
will
or 2
disconnect.
o'clock. Yeah, at 2 o'clock, and there are 20 mailboxes. At that time, if it completes it automatically, the user will get the downtime for that. So
Yes,
best
yes.
practice is to do that, complete the batch on
manually.
complete it manually on those hours when you see that there is no office hours are running. For example, your office, you leave the office at 8 p.m. Do that after 8 p.m. Because the next day there will be no issue with any of the mailboxes.
Yes.
There will be no downtime. Stalled due to target this. You can see So here we are doing this only the 41 because there are even they are having like none of them having big mailboxes, only 130 1 MB, and we can say the largest mailbox. If I see here, this is 14 MB, this is 9. This is the only one Jack mailbox having 131 MB. Rest all are in KB. So also by the time, like see, you have moved your uh, it says syncing. You can see the percentage 95%.
Yes, sir. Yes,
You can
100%
see the
after that.
95 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 users, these are have been like completed 95%. And if you see, we were having the total of users are 18. So the syncing seems to be fine because here it's not showing us that message right now. But it will send a message to administrator because we have told him that give a message to the administrator when it is ready. So you not have to keep the eye on it. Once you get the message on the email, that means you can say, okay, I got the message. Now the syncing has been completed perfectly fine. Though here it's showing you it's completed 95, but when you deal with this, like when you have this graphical way, at that time it's like here it comes late because it show you bit late, you can say. It will not show you in the real time. Here it says like syncing mailbox 0 of 18, finalize 0 of 18, but here you can see it sync almost 95%. So we have to wait for this until we get here until we get that email and the status is completely synced. So here you can see the statistics here, like it, it's not showing here, but if you see the view details, here it's saying the process is syncing, and even it's not showing that item synced. Even you can see the skipped item detail. If the any item is skipped, you can check it here, like which item it has skipped. So it will show you the skipped item detail here, and it will show here as well. And once it is completed, you can see the download the report as well. And here we have more details: in progress, sync duration, stalled duration. So we have to wait for it. Let me refresh it. And it's saying completed. Now I hope you are getting the difference. Earlier we just moved it through the command, where we ran this command, where we see that get mailbox db01 new move request target. This is db01, batch name is this, where we say here that okay, go and move them directly. This we can do directly because there are less the mailbox size is low. We can do that, and if we are on the off hours of the office, we can pick all the mailboxes and do that completely. So they are completed, they are moved to the new database. But here we see the things is completed. These mailboxes are completed and these are synced. So there is a difference between completed and syncs. They are already done, and here we say that don't complete it automatically. Complete it, we will be completing it by pressing the complete button. So they are syncing. That means it means that if you have now you have a mailbox in the two location. That means old one, old location and the new location. So now it is syncing. If you receive the email, it will be come to the old location, then it will sync to the new location. But when you complete the batch, then it will move your things to the new server. Also, along with this, now we have to think like what all things we do have here. We do have that our send connector as well. So if we go to the server and if we go to the mail flow, in the mail flow we do have these rules, but rule will be copied there automatically. Rule will be there and the new server as well. So what we have to do, receive connector. If we go and receive connector, you have to check for the receive connector as well. You have to delete the receive connector from the old server and create it on the new server. So instead, you cannot, don't delete it first. First you have to create the receive connector. If for example we have one receive connector here created for the printer or any anonymous SMTP relay, you first of all create that receive connector on the EX0 this 2025. So receive connector is also created. And if we go to the send connector, right now we are using this outbound via PMG, and we have this outbound internet, this is disabled. But if we go here and check like, let me show if it will show you one by one. If I see here which connector we are using, so here you can see EX01 is using this connector, and same way the outbound internet connector, uh, the same way EX01 is using this connector. So we want to free this computer. Like, we don't need any mailbox on this. We don't need any arbitration, any audit log, any receive connector, any send connector on this computer. So what we will be doing, we will say, okay, add the second exchange server to this connector. Right now, this is not added because if the users are lying in the EX2025 as well and they send the email, still they will be sending email from the EX01. They will not, the EX2025 will not use its own send connector, because we don't have a send connector on EX2025. So what we have to do, we have to add this connector and we will say, okay, save. So outbound connector we have added, though it is disabled, but it is added, like our new server is added to the that one. And from here you can say remove the EX01 from here. So now the send connector, this outbound send connector is utilized by this EX2025. So now our EX2025 will send the message from this connector, not the EX02. Same way, my this outbound is there. So I will say I will add my EX0 new server to it, and I will remove the old one. So I will say now this send connector will be added to the EX2025, and I will say remove the EX01. So I will click on save. So now I moved, you can say I also migrated my send connector from old server to the new server. But remember, when you are onto the receive connector, you cannot migrate it, because here you don't have any option to do that, because here you can see we have these options, like this is for the EX01 and this is for the EX02, sorry, EX2025. You have a different receive connector for both the server, but for the send connector, you're not seeing it for particular server, it's for the complete organization. So we added our server, but for the receive connector you have to create it. It does not automatically uh, replicate, or it does not automatically get created while installing a new server. So I hope it is fine that you got the point. Like, you have to add the send connector to the new one, and you have to manually create the receive connector to the different computer. And also I have shown you the video, like the last class we have seen that video where we can copy the connector the same way, because what we are doing there, we are creating a new connector, but we are copying the things, like we are saying like remote IP copied from the old connector. So basically we are just creating new connector with the old details. I have a video there, and we have seen that video there. The video is recorded in the previous class, I believe. If you want that, you can create a new one, or else you can copy the things, copy the connector with the receive connect. You can copy the receive connector from old to the new server. So the send connector is also done. Let's see if we have any email there or not. So here it may take time to migrate. There you see the migration endpoint. You can create the endpoint from here. So until they are moved to the new database, and there is a command, like if you want to set this there is one command as well where you can hold the things like for this. There we ran the command for this, like we just copied the things from one server to the another server. But there is a command for this as well where we can sync and you can stop it to the 95%. There is a
Yeah,
command like which says,
suspend.
yeah, there is a
Suspend
command
move
like
request.
suspend it on the like
Yeah, suspend move request.
suspend move request. Yeah, you have to run that. At that time, it will just do the same thing with the command. Right now, we did that from the this graphical way. So after doing this, if this is mailbox only, and we are having that, for example, if we see the database DB01, I think all the mailboxes are moved from the DB01 to the new server. That mailbox. This was the old one, right?
DB02 is already moved, no?
Yeah.
We are just checking.
DB01 is moved. If we see get mailbox DB01, there is nothing. We are not
Nothing
getting
here.
anything. But if we see that DB01 underscore 2025, so now we have these users here. You can see. So these
Yeah.
users are moved here. Same way, if I check with the DB02, for example, I say DB02 showing here and
Yes.
DB02 underscore 2025. Right now, it is not showing there because it's lying inside the EX01 and it's synchronizing the things from here to there, but it's not completed yet. So once it is completed, we have most of the things we are done with. We have changed the send connector, SSL certificate is there. We have migrated our arbitration mailboxes. We have migrated our audit log and migrated our user. Once you do that, now you can uninstall or decommission your exchange. But few more thing you have to keep in mind, such as if you have some if you lost some address list or something are missing, you have to recreate the things. For example, I think the rules will not be lost, rules will be there, all the things will be there. But if you think like something will be missing, you have to keep in mind what rules you have or what address list you have. You can just copy the things like what address list you have. You can note down the things. We have a address list for sales. If it lost, we have to create it. So you can create some things like address list. We have some offline address book. Make a note of this from the old server, and if you do not find it on the new server, you have to create the same address list, offline address book there as well. Rest all the things we have already moved to the new server, because these are some few things are there which are not moved automatically, or we do not have the things to automatically move. We have to do some alternate things, like for receive connector you have to do that manually. For these address list and for address book, offline address book, you have to uh, copy it from here, or you can check the list like what the address list you have, then you can recreate those things in the new server as well. So let's see the email. Let me run this. It's migrating DB02. See, if we have the option, we all have the option to, we have synced it, all have the synced option. If they are synced, I think we can trigger the
Also
command.
resume it.
We can trigger the command to complete the things. Let me do that. We'll say P4M complete migration batch.
To complete after it should be, I guess.
Sorry,
Complete after. Hit this.
complete after?
Complete after is a command, I guess.
No, it took it automatically complete
That's
migration
when you
batch.
want to
Okay.
set a time for it to complete.
Yeah, that's all.
The complete migration batch, the identity is we have this identity as a migrating underscore db0. Is the spelling correct? Let's see. It helps. Okay. It says make sure. Yes. I'll say yes. So it's done. Here we might seeing that it's completing. So we didn't get any email because it takes time to get the email. Here it's completing. Let's wait for a while. Once this get completed, after that we will try to uninstall our ex01. So I think we have almost we have changed everything to this new server. So this is the way you have to migrate your old exchange to the new one. It depends, like we have like less number of mailboxes, the size is low, but you need some more planning when you are doing it in a real environment, because the best practice I would say, like collect the mailboxes where we have the size where we have the mailboxes with the low size, so you can easily migrate those user first. So collect those user and migrate them, and rest of the user you can do it in a batch, and do the same thing, like migrate, like complete the migration on, like do that automatically and complete it manually. It seems to be completed now. Yeah, it seems to be completed. Let me run it once again. Okay, it seems to be completed. Let's see what it says here. It is still completing here. So you can see the difference between the this PowerShell and this graphical way. It has not completed it yet, though here we can see it is completed. And if we run the command to check to make it confirm, let's see, we run this command get mailboxes db02. First of all, let's see, let's run it the, so we don't have anything on db02, and it's a 2025. So it we make sure by this that our all the mailboxes are lying inside our db02. So even what we can do here, now our both db01 and db02 are empty. Like we don't have any mailbox inside there. Let's see, if I say dismount database, I will say dismount the db01. Say yes. I will dismount the db02 as well. So the database has been dismounted as dismounted from the server. Now even we can delete them as well. Delete them, or we can just type the remove mailbox, and the mailbox will be removed. Let's try to remove that. You can run the command like get mailbox database from the server ex01. If anything will be I'll say remove. It will remove the mailbox database from ex01. We'll say yes. Both the databases are removed from the ex01. And if you see the recipient mailboxes, you can see we are on to DB01 2025. All the mailboxes we have inside the DB02 or DB01. So we have migrated all the users, and we have done all the migration like audit mailbox migration, arbitration mailbox migration, certificate is there, send connector is there, receive connector, we were not having that any receive connector. So most of the configuration is migrated to our new server. So if we want, we can try to uninstall this EX01. I'm just thinking if it would get complete, I would show that report. It's completed. Also, we have to uh, remove the move request as well. I will say remove the request. We can say get move request where the status is equal to completed. Only the that are completed, they will be removed.
So you are removing from batch, right?
I'm removing. I'm not removing from the batch. I'm saying the move requests which are completed, then remove it.
From here.
Move request for administrator is corrupted or not recognized. Source database for the requested doesn't match Active Directory value. Value DB01. It's finalized 18. Here we can see its item synced, the number of item synced. There is none of the item we have skipped, like 0 item is skipped. If you see the skipped item, there is nothing because we didn't skip any item. Download the report for this user. Now, here it's a particular user report, like Clark is there. Okay, here we can select the particular user report to check with this. More detail, you can see the progress time, queue duration, and the sync duration. Here you can see the things like download the report for a particular user and see the details. Let's try to, let me try to remove it from here. If we can remove it. If there is something remaining, it will tell us. So here we have this Exchange Server Subscription Edition. Let's see, hit enter, uninstall.
So you are started processing decommissioning.
Yeah, I'm checking that if we have everything place or else we have to check something else. If we have to see something else, then it will give us an error and then we will check for those errors. Else, if everything is fine, then it will say uninstall. So prerequisite analysis is completed. If you have, if for example, if you left that send connector, here it will show you the send connector is lying on this system. You cannot delete. Or if you have a database mounted, it will say you have a database mounted in this computer. You cannot uninstall it. It will only allow you to uninstall when everything is removed from this or migrated. Either you remove the things or either you migrate. So most of the thing we have migrated, we didn't remove anything because we removed the databases, but after migrating them to the new places, all the mailboxes we have in our db new database db01 underscore 2025 and db02 underscore 2025. So all the mailboxes are there. Now we have deleted the mailboxes, like we dismounted the mailbox and we removed the mailbox from our old server. We moved the send connector to the new server. We export the SSL from old to the new server. So everything we have changed to the from old to the new one. So that's why it's now allowing us to uninstall the old Exchange. This is the way, like you have to remove it, else there is nothing like this. Nothing is the way, like you cannot just shut down the machine and you say okay, I am just shutting it down, that means it is removed. No, Active Directory will keep the record for that. It will say okay, it will say like service is down, like it will mark it as server is down, server is not available, but it will not say that it is removed. When you uninstall it completely, then it says that Active Directory recognize it as a removed one, else it will be there. So migrate all the things to the new server and then you can decommission your old Exchange. So our same configuration is now available on our new server, and our operating system is also upgraded to 2025. So we are on our latest operating system 2025, and we are on to the latest Exchange server, that is subscription edition 2025, which is the new server. This is the new server, that is EX0 2025. So this is how you can migrate your from old to the new server. And if we are into the DAG, if you are into the DAG, you can just migrate the databases to you can just migrate the mailboxes from old server to the new one. Same way, there is nothing different. Same way you can migrate the mailboxes. And once you have completed these process, like certificate is migrated, mailbox is migrated, then in the old configuration, you have to, first of all, you have to disable the DAG. And we have seen that we have removed the DAG configuration. We have removed both the server from the DAG. We removed the database copies. Then
I
the,
believe the first step will be remove the DAC.
of course, yeah, yeah. Because if you have to decommission that, first of all, you have to remove the DAG. Then you have to remove all the dependencies of, like, nothing should be remained on the old server, like no mailbox content should be there, no database should be there. So once you think like, oh, I have moved everything to the new one, I have pointed my DNS record to the new server, and it's working from there, then you can, before decommissioning in the production environment, I will say shut it down for a week and check all the process. And once you find all the processes working perfectly fine, then you can remove it from your Active Directory, or you can uninstall the Exchange. So this is how we can do that. I hope you got the point. Sayyed is not there today, I
Yes.
believe.
Today,
Is he there?
yes. Today Sayyid is not there, I believe.
Yes, Sayyed is not there.
Do we
Raj, are
have
you
like,
getting? Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, again.
okay,
Yes,
do we
sir.
have like a checklist that one can check to ensure that everything that needs to be will be modified or moved has been done, like where it needs to tell us like maybe the MX record. This is just to ensure that in the process of migrating in the production environment, one doesn't miss maybe it could be like a receive connector and all that. So is there like do you have any like checklists that one can follow to be able to successfully do the migration?
There is see, we have to create that. If you want, I have to create the checklist, and then we can see that, because I do remember that thing, and I do have some post on the internet where you can check, because most of the part you have to see that arbitration, audit log, mailboxes,
Okay.
send connector, and the certificate.
Okay, so
These are the.
yeah, in environments where you have maybe multiple servers, right? Let's say we
Mhm.
built for the 2025 servers, we built maybe like 3 servers. So for the arbitrations and all those ones, do you need to put each on each Exchange server? Is there like a recommendation for it, or it can be moved to any database on the new servers?
It can be moved to any one database to the new server.
Oh, okay, okay. So it's not a compulsory that we have like maybe system mailbox on each server or
No, no,
maybe
no. It's
arbitration. Okay.
no, it's not like that. You have to place that on a particular one server. See, if you have done that with, like, if you have migrated your all these arbitration and this audit log to the one Exchange server, and you introduce a new Exchange, it's not necessary to do that on the another one as well.
Oh,
only
okay.
only migrate it to the one server, and after that, when you install a new server, there is nothing you have to do kind of a migration. You have to just add a new server, as we were adding to the our older environment.
Oh, okay, okay. So just need to update maybe the MX records, those ones, they would the same way we did for adding new servers.
there is no need to see the MX record is your public MX record is pointing to your your firewall or your router or your public IP, right? So you not need to change anything there. But if for example here I mentioned that I was using the 105 as a old EX02 IP, and I use the
Yes.
same IP for my this server. For example, if I would have used instead of 105, I am using 106. So now my load balancer does not know the second exchange server is 106. It has a older value of 105. That's why I put it as a 105, because my load balancer know 105 and 103 are the exchange server IP. That's why I added the same IP. But if in case you added some different IP to this, so
Okay.
nothing change is needed on the public DNS, but you have to make changes on the load balancer, or if you have a single exchange and you change the IP, you have to make the changes on the firewall, like port forwarding is required on the new IP, and the DNS is required on the new IP.
Oh, okay. Okay. Okay.
Same
Thank you.
way, if you have the, for example, if I added a new exchange with the IP of 106 or 107, so here we need that we need to create this record as a mail dot techiecheck dot this mail record, and that should be pointing to the 192.168.12.106. Or for example, I say 112. So this is the new exchange server I have. This is mail dot 112. Okay,
Okay.
I added a one more server here, that is a mail dot this one. So now this I've if this is the only one, then I have to forward the port 25 and 443 to this one only if you have a single server. But if you have a load balancer there, so our load balancer is already have the 103 and 105. 103 and 105, these mail records are already on to the load balancer. Now we I added the new one, so I have to add this IP also in my
IP
load
on the load
balancer.
balancer. Okay.
So same as my case, I installed 4 server. So I added all 4 server here in DNS and also in the load balancer.
Yeah, earlier your networking guy were not
Yeah,
doing
I was
the
facing
that.
issue. I was facing issue when they added in the load balancer for IP, and I already created the mail record in the DNS. After that, it's working fine.
After that it work. Yeah, the
Yes.
same way when you add the new server, make sure the DNS entry is there and the port forwarding is there, and if you are using load balancer, make sure your new server is there.
Yes.
So if you will keep that in mind, it will like you will not face any issue. For the checklist, I will say like the most common things like which are needed to migrate. I will prepare that for you guys, and then I will send a small PDF for you. And the command we used here, I will like grab all those command and I will put a document, and then I'll send it to you so that
Thank
you
you.
Yeah,
can
that
Thank
make
you,
the
sir.
yeah,
checklist.
It will
yeah,
be
that
very
will be
good.
great. And please try to cover
Sir, one more thing
uh
I want. Can we?
Let the Kadir speak first, and then Cesar, you
Okay, okay,
Kadir was
please
saying
go
something.
ahead,
Yeah.
Kadir.
yeah, I was telling that the process that there's 5 process. The major process in this chain server, which is upgradation and decommissioning and in place update, I mean upgrade. So this kind of is a very important topic. So please try to document all the checklist in the separate document and in the migration and the hybrid configuration as well.
Migration, I am giving you the document. I will give you and prepare the document, and even I will try my best to set all these checklists, like what you should check while doing the migration. For the
While
upgradation, I would say,
decommission also, sir. While decommission.
yeah.
Decommission, I will share some of the points I have pointed out that will help. But sir, from your side, please.
prepare
Yeah, I
first.
will try for the decommission as well. And let's see for upgradation. I think for the upgradation, most the part is that you have to read that documentation, what the release is up to, like what the release is for. There is a KB article Microsoft is launching, and even it clearly explain the things like what all the fixes are going there and what because we also read from there, and then only we come to know. And every update has something different. For example, like when the extended protection came into the role, at that time the people were using that modern hybrid authentication system, like they have used a modern hybrid wizard to set up the hybrid configuration. When you extend the protection, like the extended protection is enabled, then the those organization face the issue. So at that time, when I read that article from the Microsoft, they says that instead of SSL offloading, you have to disable the offloading on the Outlook anywhere. You have to disable the SSL offloading and use the SSL bridging instead if you are using a load balancer. So at that time, we come to know from there only. So and every release has some different thing. You can say the most common thing, if you say common thing, is that if that CU update needs a schema update or not, that is a common. If for example that needs a schema update and you run it without that, still it upgrade the schema. If it says upgrade the schema, and if you don't upgrade the schema by the command and you just run that thing, it will still upgrade the schema. Why? Because if you have a single exchange organization and you don't have that split permission, like if you are the admin of Active Directory and the exchange, it will automatically do that for you. But where it has an impact, when you have a split permission, like the admin of Active Directory is a different user and the exchange admin is different. So when you run that, at that time it, at that time you can face any problem with that. So the common thing, if I say with the upgradation, it's you have to check, like you need a, schema extension, you have to extend the schema or not. Else else the same thing is there, like you have to reinstall the exchange. There is nothing you can do manual input. You can when you run the exchange installation, it all the 14 steps it does automatically. For example, we just trigger the uninstallation, but now on the screen, are we doing anything here? We are not doing anything here. But only the thing is that you have to prepare it first, like if you need to extend schema, do that and run it. And if you think like, okay, no schema is required, you run it. You once the prerequisites has passed, 99% I say the installation will go through, until or unless there is some other component, the small components are missing. If you have a prerequisites, perfectly fine for the uninstallation or either for the installation. If it's check the prerequisites, 95 to 99% chances are there it will go through. And still if you face any issue, like you need to you ask like for the uninstallation, I will keep the things in mind, and whatever the things you have to look there. For example, if we have a archive mailbox, and if we have some offline address book, or if we have some public folder as well inside it, we have to migrate it. You mean to say, think like whatever you have there in the databases, migrate it to the different server, uh, connectors, receive connectors, and these rules will be created automatically on the another server. But the best way, what I think, whatever I think I will mention in the document for the removal as well, for the migration as well. And upgradation is something like you have to read at that time, like what the Microsoft is saying. Else hot fixes are just you can say just download and run it. Only the CU you have to look for, like you need the schema update or what impact, because they mention in that CU what fixes this CU will do. like what we have improved, what improvement this CU will do, and if there is a break, like what can harm you, like if something can break, it will they will also explain, and they will also mention the things. If the things are broken, like if these things can be broken by this update, and if these things are broken, how you can fix that. So everyone is reading from there. So, and because they are the future update, so we can't discuss about the what they are going to apply a new update, because we have to read that. So you guys also, whatever we can do at our part, I will do that. But keep your habit, like make your habit to whenever you are going to upgrade, because upgrade is something, is a part of a future. It's not because the migration we are doing it, but upgradation is something you will be doing in the future. So for upgrade, I would suggest make your habit to read the documentation for that particularly CU, or if you have any hot fix, so what that hot fix is going to do, or if there is some negative impact of that hotfix, what is going to be a breakup with this hotfix. Read that, and then perform that accordingly.
Okay,
I hope
sorry,
you.
something came to my mind as we are discussing this. So I don't know, maybe after the whole training. So if you have time, so if you can take us on maybe a few minutes regarding the sizing, because it's one of the major issues that most people encounter in terms of the sizing of exchange, like knowing the number of databases to create, or the number of like the sizing, the CPU, the and all that. So I
Have
don't know,
you
maybe.
have you ever used the that calculator which comes with the exchange?
Yeah, I tried to use it. The one time I tried to use it, I was confused on some of the parameters, right, that they're asking on how to get those ones. So, yeah, it can be later, maybe when we are done with the entire training. So yeah, I just
Yeah,
remembered it now. That's why I'm mentioning it. Yeah.
there is a calculator for exchange. Let's see where it is. It's available online, or I think that is available with the disk. Inside the disk is available. The calculator is available in the disk.
Okay.
Microsoft, let me see. It's showing the online calculator. I have this. Let me try to download it. Here we have that calculator. You were saying this one, na?
Yes, yes, this one. So when I tried it, there are some ones that I couldn't know what to put there, or what's, yeah.
Yeah, sometimes it can be confusing, but most of the time you can get the big idea of like overall big idea. And even see, you cannot even put those kind of server what it recommends you. For example, it say keep the 16 copy, or uh, install 8 server. So that can be some resources, like unnecessary utilizing the resources. But overall, you can see that back pressure also, you can check with the back pressure as well, that how the exchange is
This
performing.
calculator was
What?
available online.
Yeah, it is available online. I will send you the link here in the chat itself. Look, okay, I will send the link. Tells you many things. For example, where we have that mailbox, number of mailboxes, application mailbox space modeling, maximum mailbox size, number of month. Here it says total number of tier one user mailbox environment, number of days or work week. Here we can see that okay, this is the exchange 2019. Are you the server role is virtualized? If it is virtualized, you can say virtualize. High availability you need, site resiliency. If you need that, you can put yes, or else if you don't need site residency, you can put no. Total number of lagged copy, for example, total number of non-lagged copy. Here I say that non-lagged copy means here it will put the one active, two passive, and one lagged. For that, we need these three. It's recommending the best practices, like what you can do. You can keep the three server, one active copy, two passive copy, and one lagged copy. For that, you need the four server. So here it's giving you the same kind of thing, like non-lagged copy three. That means two passive and one active. Total number of lagged copy one, secondary database. So according to it, it will provide you the, like there will be like you have to plan for the good budget for this. For example, I say 500 mailboxes. So here it will set the things accordingly. It's saying keep the deleted retention for 14 days, personal archive zero, calendar, single item recovery should be enabled. So there are plenty of things what it will show you. You can play with it. It's saying like system, the size should be this. Database plus log should have at least 1200 GB of size. Restore volume should have 1200 GB. System should have 600 GB, and the disk RPM should be this 7.2 with the SAS drive. Data center 2 also should have the same disk size. Physical core should be like, if you are using a VM, you should use the 12 core of this. So this is how you can put the things with that, and you can get the you can get rough idea like what it's saying, and you can't achieve the things like in the same way, but you can get the idea.
Mm.
Here it says number of active mailboxes, primary data center 250 and secondary data center 250. I said that I will be deploying 500. So what it's doing, it's balancing the thing. Like primary data center should be 250 and the secondary data center should be 250. And number of mailbox server, here it says 8. Obu, are you seeing that?
Yes, yes.
But 8, don't you think that 8 should be like 8 will be very like very expense will be there with the 8 server should be in
Yes.
the primary data center, and in the secondary data center again we need that 8 server.
Four is
Yeah.
enough. Four is enough.
and
Is
and
one of the
and
mention.
it's just for, 250 mailboxes, and for the DAG it says you need 16 server for 500 mailboxes. It's saying that it is a good to make the more and more server because it will keep it highly available in the two data center. You have a primary data center, you have a secondary data center. It will be big, highly available, but really the expenses like attached with this is more. So you can see the things, and you can perform according to your pocket. I mean to say that. And even number of mailboxes per database. It's saying per database should have only 29 mailboxes. So how many database will be there? It will also say database, two database, number of lakh copy should be there, number of database in bag. It says 32. So it will show you different thing, but I will say like get an idea about this. Instead of here you say okay, that 250, but if you are planning with this primary and secondary, you can say okay, instead of 8, what we can do, we can plan for 6.
Okay.
You can plan for 6, like 2 server in this side, for sorry, 3 6 server in this side or 6 server in this side. Either you can say I will say 4 on this side and 4 on this side. Why 4? Because if we want to achieve a best practice, one active copy, two passive copy, and one lagged copy. 4 will be enough. And here same way, the 4, one active copy, two passive copy, and one lakh copy, and 250 databases are 250 mailboxes are fine. Even we can, if we have a good power of that computer machine, with like if we have like 200 gigs of RAM, or we have 24 cores there, you can of course you can host more than these mailboxes. Like if you think like one mailbox need at least 512 MB of this memory. That means you can host like with 200 GB, you can host like 400 mailboxes. But it is not like you need that only the 512 MB for the particular mailbox. Somewhere I read that it needs like 128 MB or 256 MB for the per mailbox. It depends. Even if you
Oh,
have a good hardware size, sorry.
no, no, I was just saying, okay.
Yeah. If it depends, like if you have a good size of hardware, it's not necessary like you have to put only 250 mailbox. You can put the 300, 400, but dividing it into the multiple databases. And also the best practice is that when you feel like your particular one database is going more than 2 TB, try to make it try to divide it, like divide some users from those mailbox from that database to the another. Keep it up to two, the single database keep up to 2 TB, not more than that, because after that it may cause issue while searching it, and it can make you like it can the performance can be down. It tells you many thing about, like it says secondary 64 gigs of RAM is required. And if you put the more RAM, you can use more than. It's telling you about the RAM, it's telling you about the processor, it's telling you about the disk, the JBoard disk, it's telling you about the data center. There is a lot of thing, like if you want to check with, get an idea from this, and do what your pocket allow.
Okay.
See there, it's saying like you have to create these databases.
Yeah.
And see, because see, if you only have 29 mailbox on a per database, don't you think that there will be like good speed,
Yes, definitely.
and it will go up to this GB. But keeping the this much of database, Microsoft is telling you don't buy the standard version, go and buy the enterprise one, because these much of database only you can create uh, with the enterprise version, isn't it? But
Yes.
only we are just creating the you can say we are just creating 250 mailboxes, and for that we are going with the enterprise version. It's still that can be achieved with the standard version.
Yeah, and most people have over 2,000 mailboxes.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Means the people having like 500, you can say more than like they are having 1,000 mailboxes within the four databases. So according to it, if you are putting like it's saying 29 mailboxes on the per database, you need 32 database for this. And what calculation it's doing, it's depend on like, because it has plenty of things. Take a idea from here and design it according to your need.
Yes.
So I think it's
Questions.
almost removed from our environment, and we have successfully removed it. And let's play with, by the time, let me play the video for the uh, now the things are remaining with the online migration.
Yes.
For the meanwhile, you have a time, or we should do that tomorrow. It's
So what, sir?
10.
What the topic is
For
going
me,
to
I would
cover
say
now?
tomorrow.
Topic is the migration option and migration scenario.
Migration. Yeah, we can do it tomorrow.
It's a fresh. We can do it tomorrow.
Okay. Okay, by the time, see, this will be removed, and what I will do, I will do the direct forwarding for this, because see, I am facing some issue here, and I will tell you that what issue I am facing here is, if we go and run with this Microsoft Connectivity Analyzer. What is it's doing? It's not recognizing the port 443 and port 80, because for example, if I testing this one, if I say mail.techiecheck.net and I say s, if I'm performing this action, though the thing is that 443, you can open the 443 means our ports are forwarded properly. And even I forwarded the port properly. If you see here, we have the port forwarded in the, if you see here, this is the 101, that is our load balancer. Port 443 is forwarded on this WAN 1 and LAN 1. So that's why we are able to open it. If it is not there, we won't be able to open it. Port 25 is also there. So I have opened the port there, but when I do this connectivity test on port 443, it attempt the like host name is resolved successfully. That is the this our IP. But here it says TCP port 443 on this to ensure it's listening and open. Though it's open, but there can be the security with the router or what. I did many things, like I disabled my all of the security from the router. I created the firewall rule, but still this is not going through. And if we check with this Outlook, though we are able to connect with the Outlook, but if we say auto discover is running fine, our auto discover is working fine. We have checked that because we were able to connect our Outlook without any issue. But when I do this checking with the Microsoft Connectivity Analyzer, it has a issue. It has a problem with the things, and I don't know why it's not picking the things, because already I have done the port forwarding. But still, we will check with the domain techiecheck.net, and if we have any issue with that regarding like if our router will be blocking something, I will create another instance of the Exchange server where we have a different router, like where everything will be working fine. I will check with it, and then we will try to migrate it from there as well.
Okay.
Because here you can see the Outlook connectivity, auto discover. Here it says everything seems to be fine working, but when it comes to this URL, when it comes to the port, it says it's not responding. And I think it's a security on the router. It's blocking the this connectivity analyzer. So only this connectivity analyzer it's blocking, else we can open the things. Because if we are outside, if we are able to open this URL like mail.techiecheck.net, it is a proof that we our 443 is working. Now we got the mail as well. Our this is working. So now if we see our most of the task is done with this exchange removal. Nine almost everything is removed, but it's still our exchange is working, and it's working from the this. If we see here, we got the mail at 10:18. So everything is working from the new server. So we have successfully migrated our exchange to the new one and removed the old server. Is there anything, like if you have any question, you can ask, else we can wrap up the course. We can wrap up the call.
Yeah, no
Okay.
questions. We can wrap up. Thank you.
Okay. See you tomorrow, sir. Good night.
Bye bye.